Vancouver has a long history of immigration and is well known for its multicultural characteristic. Within 5 years, the population of foreign-born in the census metropolitan area has increased 5 times faster than its native-born population. We focused our camera on one family who originally came from Taiwan 18 years ago. Christine is a very kind mother who generously agreed our request of interviewing her and her 2 teenage daughters, Cindy and Selene.
Hi ladies, thank you for being here. It's very nice of you to allow me to interview you guys. It's great. So I'm just going to shoot up some questions and we'll talk about it one by one, okay?
Okay.
So the first one is for the mom. So how long have you been here?
I have been here for 18 years.
Wow, that's a really long time.
Yes.
So what made you decide to move here?
My parents-in-law moved here and my husband too. I had no choice.
Right. And do you think you made the right decision, or
Yes.
you guess you went along with them?
I make right decision for sure because the main reason we are here is for our children, better educations and finding better job here.
Do you think it's very different, just from your experience living in Taiwan and here?
Yes, definitely very different. Taipei is a busy city. Here, everything just slowed down.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what's the major challenge that you face here?
For me, English is very difficult for me and culture
English
as
very-
well. Yes.
Yeah. So I guess culture in Taiwan is very different, right?
Very different, yeah, for sure.
So are you feeling that you're adapting to this kind of culture now?
It has been 18 years. I'm, getting used to it.
You had to get
Yeah,
used to
children come home and tell me this and that, so I learn from them as well. Yes.
it. Right. You wouldn't feel any difference where you're treated differently in school or
No,
any-
not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Even though you're from a minority group.
Right.
Right. So tell me more about you guys, about school. Do you guys like going to school?
I think I like going to school. Actually, it gives me something to do when I come home. Like during spring break, I'm really bored. I'm lying on my bed. But going to school, it gives me some homework to do, and I get more education.
Yeah, that's definitely
I
true.
agree with her. I really like all my classes and seeing my friends and my teachers every day. And I'm going to be graduating in a few months, and I'm going to miss my school
congratulations.
so much.
Aw, that's nice.
I love school.
Yeah, well, you're gonna embark on the university, right?
Right.
So that's gonna be a lot different.
Lots more years.
Yeah. Well, do you guys socialize at all? Do you guys like hang out with friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy hanging out with my friends. I feel like friends are a big part of life. They help you a lot with everything. So I try to find good relationships with people.
Well, do you guys consider your friends' background, cultural background at all when you're meeting them and, coming with them?
For me, it's not really about their race or their ethnic background. It's more about the person and more of their characteristics and their attitude. I don't look at their race at all.
I guess this is something that's very special about Vancouver is you get a lot of different culture backgrounds here, right?
Right.
So you meet people from different ethnic groups and you get to
Yeah.
taste a lot of different foods and a lot of choices,
That's the
right?
best part.
Yeah. So you guys would definitely think that this is an advantage here.
Right, for sure.
Yeah. And what about you, Mom?
For sure, yes. There
Yeah.
are different cultures and they learn Chinese here and they learn English at school and they speak both languages. Yeah, I'm so proud of you guys.
Very nice. It comes in really handy in the future when you're looking for a job, right?
Right, for sure.
Here in Vancouver. What about you? Do you socialize at all? Do you hang out with your friends?
I'll be honest with you, I have a lot of Chinese friends, but for Canadian friends, I only have a few.
Is it just because the language barrier? And
The most big problem is language barrier.
so you do feel that you're more comfortable around people that's from your culture then?
Yes, I speak, Chinese is more comfortable for me.
And you're happy that way, right?
Yes, I think so.
That's great. Okay, so my next question. Okay, it's a little tricky. So you guys have to promise me that you're gonna be brutally honest, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, do you think your mom, your mom to you guys, do you think she's a Canadian now, or is she a Chinese?
No, she's not a Canadian.
Well, even
She
though
is-
she has a citizenship, right?
She is so Chinese. She would eat a pizza with chopsticks.
Well, you guys do like her cookings, right?
I do like her cooking. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
80% of the time.
Yeah.
Right. What about your mom? Do you think that they're offspring of Taiwanese, or do you think that they're
No,
Canadian?
they are definitely Canadian.
Yeah.
They're born in here, they speak English, all the cultures they learn from school is all Canadian.
Right. Yeah, well, okay, so what about, I guess you guys don't have any challenge, in terms of culture or language in school, right? Or even, in the future towards society, job, right? Job marketing and everything.
Right.
But what about inside the family? Do you feel that there's any barriers between
I
you
feel
and
like
your mom?
our Chinese isn't really good as our English, so sometimes when we try to explain something, it might not come out the way that we expected, and they get the wrong idea, and we get into an argument.
Right. Yeah. Well, I guess that happens a lot with, parents and, I guess the age gap, right? So with you, it's the same case too?
Right.
And what about the culture?
For the culture, there's a lot of things that we do differently. For example, eating. Our table manners are really different. And sometimes the way we interact with our elders is different for Taiwanese culture than it is for Canadian culture. And also our attitude towards schoolwork, our attitude towards playing an instrument, all these things, all the different factors are really different because of the culture.
And do you think that necessarily make your life harder, or do you think that you can cope with that? You learn to cope with it, and it's going okay.
I mean, it is harder, but we're used to it, and I kind of like it that way.
Yeah, I guess you get more dynamics, right, in your family.
Definitely.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so my next question. What's the most interesting quality you think your mom has as a Taiwanese?
Her most interesting quality,
Let's see.
she makes 肉燥面. Is that what you mean by quality?
What is that?
Like
What-
a personal characteristic? Or
Yeah. What was the thing that you were talking about?
Do you know 肉燥?
No, what is
It's
that?
like ground meat. It's a ground meat
It's a type
dish.
of food.
Right, and it has pork belly in it with soy sauce and all these different Chinese spices.
Right.
It's a really traditional
that's
Taiwanese
very
dish.
nice.
And I think that's her most Taiwanese
Interesting.
characteristic.
Well, also
Yeah.
about, I guess, personal character, something that's very, very personal, or something that's very native to Taiwan.
I think for mom, it's that she doesn't want to bother anyone. If she has something that she can do by herself, she's not going to bother anyone and tell other people to do it for her.
Right.
She would rather bother herself than to ask for help. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I guess that's to you, that's normal,
that's
right?
really normal. If you can do one thing by yourself, just do it by yourself. But they told me in Canadian, they help each other,
Right,
and do
yeah.
the thing together. That's really different.
Like if you need help, you just ask for help.
And I guess it's fair to say that those two. Well, I guess these two options are. I mean, they both have their reasons, right? Because for you would think that you want to give personal space, right? And I guess that's how people react in Taiwan, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And here you're more outgoing. You're more
Like
feeling
maybe
like
if
you're
I help
reaching out
you,
to-
you can help me, and it all works out.
Yeah, it's very nice. Interesting. Okay, so I guess I have one more question, and it might get a little sensitive. Okay, so if you don't want to answer, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Okay, so do you think? So this is for mom. Okay. So do you think you'll ever be okay with your daughter someday start dating someone that's not from your culture?
Oh, I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm asking them every day, do you have a boyfriend, or do you talk to hang out with boys?
We really do talk about this every day.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not joking.
Wow.
Yeah, they said no boys like them also.
No, but what do you think if
I'm okay with they are dating with Canadians, white people. It's okay.
Wow, that's very open, because I sort of know the culture in Taiwan that you're not supposed to date, right, when you're in high school.
Oh,
Is that
definitely
right?
not.
No, but they
Aren't you guys
okay.
lucky? So what about you guys? You guys are okay with, dating someone that's not from your culture, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that for sure.
Yeah. Great. Well, I guess that's all the questions I had so far. Thank you guys for participating
No problem.
and letting me do the interview. It's really great getting to know you guys a little bit better. Okay, well, I'll wish you all the luck with your future, college life. And yeah, thank you, Mom, for
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah.